Hi students, in episode 2 we have discussed lenses. Let us discuss briefly what we discussed in the last episode. So we have discussed like different types of lenses like biconvex lens, biconcave lens, plano-convex lens, plano-concave lens, concavo-convex lens, convexo-concave lens, like this. And we discussed one important point like if a lens is given, how to decide is a lens convex or concave. So the important point is like if thickness is more at the middle than at the edges, then it is biconvex lens. If you are having less thickness at the middle than at the edges, it is known as concave lens. And then we have taken the terminology like what is a focal length and what is a focus, like all these things. And then we have taken some important things like the how to take ray diagram, right? Now we are going to discuss lens makers formula and lens equation. For example, we are taking here a biconvex lens, taking object here, its coordinates are u comma 0 and that of image v comma 0. Now applying the equation for refraction at spherical surface by taking at this boundary. Now for this medium refractive index is it is a mu m and this is now mu. So from this medium to this medium, therefore this is medium 1 and this is medium 2. Is it okay children? Light ray is now entering from here to here, therefore this is medium 1 and this is medium 2, right? Therefore mu 2 by v. So in the place of mu 2, it is now mu. Next, mu 1 by u. In the place of mu 1, it is now mu of the medium. That is equal to mu 2 minus mu 1 by radius of curvature. Now for this one, it is R1, right? Next, after having refraction here, image because of this refraction acting as object for the next refraction. Now taking equation for this boundary, see what we get. Now taking refraction from here to here, therefore this lens becomes now medium 1 and this becomes now medium 2, right? So it is now mu 2, that is mu of the medium by v minus mu 1, that is now mu of the lens by v1, because in this case the thickness of the lens is very small. So whether we take from here or from here or from the center, it will be the same value. That's why taking the same v1, that is equal to mu 2 minus mu 1. So mu 2, mu of the medium, mu 1, that is mu of the lens by R2. And if you see here, we have not taken the sign convention for R1, R2. That means we are going to derive expression in general. And finally, we have to substitute the values with proper sign. Right. Let us take now equation 1 and equation 2. Now take sum of these two. Then see what we get. So it is mu m into 1 by v minus 1 by u. That is equal to mu minus mu m into 1 by r1 plus 1 by r2. So I think it is 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2, right? Yes. 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Now 1 by v minus 1 by u, that is equal to mu by mu of the medium minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. If we take here in the place of u, it is infinity. That means rays are parallel to the principal axis. In such a case, v becomes how much? It is equal to focal length, right? Yes, we have seen in the last episode, right? When rays are parallel to the principal axis, they are going to converge at the focus. Therefore, v will be equal to f. So writing here 1 by f equal to mu by mu of medium minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2, right? Therefore here 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. So this is known as Lens formula. And if you take this one, that 1 by f equal to, this one is known as lens maker's formula. That means while preparing any lens, we require this relation. That's why it is known as lens maker's formula, right? And if we consider object is extended, so it has some size, then we speak about magnification. So if you are keeping the object, it is normal to the principal axis. Then we are taking magnification, that is now transverse magnification or a lateral magnification, and that is given by height of image by height of object, and which is equal to V by U. So this is the expression for magnification. Okay students, now let us see here locating the images for different positions of objects. And to locate these things, we require some basic rays. Already we discussed like light rays which are parallel to principal axis. They will focus at the focus, or you can say they will converge at the focus. This is one light ray we are taking. And secondary one is the one which is passing through optic center, that goes undeviated. So we are taking these two rays in all the ray diagrams. Now see carefully. So first taking the object beyond 2f. So now we want to see where we get image. So one way is like by taking that lens equation, that is 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, right? In that if you take u value which is more than 2f, then v will be, it is less than 2f. That means image will be in between focus and 2f, right? See carefully, 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Now for example, if you take u value and v value both are same, that is 2f, then image will be, if object is at 2f, image also at 2f, right? So it must be now 2f. That means when u value more than 2f, v should be less than 2f. So image is now real, it is now real image. Since v value less than u, it is now a diminished one. See carefully, we got image object beyond 2f, but image is now in between f and 2f. So v value, it is less than 2f. That means v value is less than u. That's why image is now diminished. And next, if you see coordinates, u value negative and v value positive. So magnification is now negative. That means image is inverted. That means when object is beyond 2f, image is in between focus and 2f. So it is a real, inverted and diminished one. That is the first one. Is the point clear, students? Right. Let us see the next one. When you are keeping at 2f, when it is 2f, if you substitute this value there, u equal to minus 2f, then we are going to get v equal to plus 2f. That means v value and u value both are the same numericals, means one is plus 2f and one is minus 2f. That means both are having the same size. Therefore, if you see carefully magnification, it is equal to v by u. So v value plus 2f and u value minus 2f. That means magnification is minus 1. That means it is the same size, inverted and real, right? And see the third one. Coming to here, we are keeping the object in between 2f and f. Now substitute this value. When u value less than 2f, v value comes out to be more than 2f, right? That means it will be now beyond 2f. That means v value greater than modulus of u. That means magnification m equal to v by u, that modulus value is now greater than 1. That means image is now magnified, right? So image is magnified. Next, coming to v value, v positive. So v positive means it is a real image. So v positive real image. And next coming to, is it inverted or erect one? And that we are deciding the sign of the magnification. Now in this case, m equal to v by u, v positive, u negative. That means total value is negative. So total value negative means it is inverted, right? So it is real, inverted and magnified, right? Now let us take the next one. It is keeping the object, it is in between focus and pole, or you can say optic center, right? Now see carefully, when we take u value, it is less than f, then v value comes out to be, yes, it comes out to be negative. That means image will be on the same side. So image on the same side means rays are diverging after refraction. So we have to extend the rays back, right? That means image is now virtual. Okay, now see once again what we have taken, object in between focus and optic center. Therefore v value comes out to be, it is more than f, and that value is now negative. So when you are taking magnification, m equal to v by u. So u value negative, v also negative. That means total value is now positive. That means magnification is a positive. It means it is erect one. And we can see here distance of image is more than that of object. That means its value is now more than 1. So it is a virtual, erect and magnified image, right? So these are about the biconvex lens, and we have taken it is now equiconvex lens. Let us take now, it is biconcave lens, and here we have only one possibility, that is for any value of, or you can say for any position of the object, we get only one image, and that image is now virtual, erect and diminished. Let us see why it is virtual, or you can say how it is virtual. When you take 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, now see what we get. F value, it is now negative, u, it is also negative, therefore v must be negative. Therefore v negative means image is virtual. And coming to magnification, m equal to v by u, u negative and v also negative. That means it is now positive value. At the same time, you can see distance of image is now less than that of the object. That means it is now virtual, erect and diminished one. So while you are locating, or while you are tracing the position of the image, we are taking one light ray passing through the optic center, and one is parallel to the principal axis. With the help of these two light rays, we can locate the position of the image. Okay, now let us take problems based on that lens equation and lens maker's formula, right? Okay, first this one, we are having here one lens. We want to know whether it is a convex or concave or concave or convex. And by seeing diagram, we can say what is that nature. Is it like convex or concave? Here we can see having more thickness at the center compared to the edges. That means it is having the convex nature. Now we are given here corresponding radii of curvature R1. Suppose one is 10, other one is 20 centimeter, right? So now we want to calculate what is the focal length of that given thin lens, right? Now see data given here. Mu is given 1.5, R1 plus 10, R2 plus 20, right? So 1 by f equal to mu minus 1 into 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Now in this we have to substitute the values with the sign, right? Then see carefully, 1.5 minus 1 into 1 by 10 minus 1 by 20. And after simplifying this, we are going to get this now 40 centimeter, right? Now one important point on this one, why we have to take only plus 10 and plus 10, why not minus these two? So many getting this kind of doubt, right? Let us see carefully. Suppose rays coming from this side. In such a case, we are taking now this is origin. So this is a positive x and this is negative x. In such a case, R1 and R2 both will be positive, right? For example, if we take a problem like rays coming from this side. So is the answer same or different? Right, answer is not, depending on the direction of light rays, right? Let us see how. If light rays coming from this side, then see what happens now. This is origin, or we can say this is origin because thickness is very small. So this separation is almost negligible. Therefore, this is a positive x. In such a case, R1 and R2 both will be negative. Then we have to take here R1 minus 10, R2 minus 20, right? Now see here what we get, mu minus 1, this is as usual, no change in this one. But coming to in this, previously we have taken R1 that is 10 and R2 that is 20, right? Now this becomes R1 and this becomes R2. That means we are having now interchanging these two and both values are negative. See carefully. When you take light rays from this side, this is a first surface. Therefore, corresponding to this, that is R1. And this is now second surface. Correspond to this, it is now R2. But when we take from this side, now this becomes R1 and this becomes R2. Means values will be now interchanged and both values are negative. So finally answer will be the same. So here conclusion is that its nature is not depending on in which direction light rays are incident. That means whether light rays coming from this side or coming from this side, it is having the same converging nature. Okay, now students, right. Let us see the next problem. We are taking here equiconvex lens. Its meaning is both have the same radii of curvature. So both are R only, and for this lens focal length is F. Now what we are doing is cut this lens like this, means along the principal axis, right? Then see what happens. So in this case, one R is positive and one R is negative. Substitute this one in this lens maker's formula. So 1 by R minus 1 by minus R. So it is now 2 by R, right? Therefore, 1 by F is equal to, it is mu minus 1 into 2 by R, right? Now, if you cut along the principal axis, R1, R2 are changing and coming to mu value not changing. That means focal length does not change. Is the point clear, students? See once again, I repeat. Cut the lens along the principal axis. By cutting this, these R values are not changing, and for the lens mu value remains the same. That means for each half part, again focal length is same, right? Very good. Next, now cut the lens normal to the principal axis. So when we cut normal to the principal axis, now one becomes radius of curvature infinity and one is it is R. That means in this equation 1 by R minus 1 by infinity. That means now for each part focal length becomes double. Is the point clear? I repeat once. Previously it was 1 by r minus 1 by minus r, that is 2 by r. Now it is 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. It is only 1 by r into mu minus 1. That means now focal length is becoming double for each part. So it is a 2f, this is also 2f. So in this way we can find what is the focal length after cutting the lens. So we have to see very carefully how the lens is cut. That means, is it cut along the principal axis or is it cut along normal to the principal axis? If we cut along principal axis, no change in the focal length. If we cut normal to principal axis, now focal length becomes double because we have taken equiconvex lens. Now same thing happens when we take equiconcave lens, right? Let us take the next problem. So take here two lenses, one is convex and one is concave. Let us take separation between them 26 centimeter. Their focal length 10 and 6, and taking object at this distance of 15 from the convex lens. Now see what we want to find here. Find image location, magnification by convex lens, by concave lens, and overall magnification, right? Now let us see image because of the convex lens. Then taking 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. So for convex lens, f is 10, so 1 by 10, 1 by v1 minus u value, it is minus 15, right? So v1 equal to plus 30. So v1 plus 30 means the rays are really converging. That means image by convex lens, it is real at a distance of 30 from this lens. But you are having a lens before forming the image, that is here concave lens. That means if you are not having this concave lens, image by this convex lens must be at this location. So students, we have to see carefully here. When you are not having this concave lens, image by this convex lens will be at this location. That distance is equal to 30. That means that image will be now at a distance 4 centimeter from the concave lens, and this image is acting as object for that concave lens, right? Now see carefully, by concave lens 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. So f value, it is 6, taking the sign convention, minus 1 by 6 is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. Now in this case, the u coordinate is positive because it is now to the right of this lens. Now we are going to get v2 equal to 12. That means image by this concave lens is formed at a distance of 12 from this concave lens. And if you see carefully, concave lens, also known as diverging lens, means it is now diverging the light rays. So here, instead of going like this, now they are diverged like this. So going like this, it is now diverged. That's why its image is now formed at more distance from the concave lens, right? Now see magnification by convex lens, v by u, v plus 30 and u minus 15. So it is now minus 2. Next, coming to M2. M2 is equal to, it is now for concave lens u value plus 4 and v value plus 12. So it is now 12 by 4, it is positive. That means image by the convex lens is inverted and 2 times magnified. But image by the concave lens, it is now erect and 3 times magnified. So if we take overall magnification, it is m1 into m2, that is now minus 6. That means overall magnification is now minus 6, means 6 times magnified and it is inverted. But if you see in this diagram, we have taken only for point object. It is not for object which is extended, right? So in this way, we can find magnification, we can trace the image location, right?